Aussie singer who's making a very big name for herself on the American music scene. Clare Bowen has become a familiar face on screen thanks to her role as the sweet Scarlett O'Connor in the TV series Nashville, and on stage thanks to her amazing live performances.
And now Clare is back home for her second Aussie tour and playing songs from the series and her upcoming debut album. Today, the star joined The Morning Show to perform her new single, Little by Little, for the first time on Aussie TV.
Little by little by little, little by little by little, little by little by little.
And Clare Bowen joins us live at the desk right now. Welcome to the show, Clare.
Thank you for having me.
I'm going to be straight up with you right now. I'm not going to try and fan out too much. Okay? So my hands are going a little bit shaky and everything, but I'm going to keep it together.
He's very starstruck, very
starstruck. I never get like this, but you're a big, big deal, and I'm a huge fan, so it's great to talk to you. Let's talk about all your American success. How it all kick-started. In a way, did Cate Blanchett have something to do with it?
She did. She was very, very sweet one night. We'd just done Spring Awakening, and I think it was one of the first performances we did, and she was backstage with us, and she took me aside and asked me if I'd ever thought about going to the US, and I said, that sounds terrifying. She said, do it anyway. So I did. So if she ever tells you to do anything, just do it. But I got to thank her a little while ago at the G'day LA function in Los Angeles, and it was just, she didn't have to say anything to me. She didn't need to do that, but she's such a giving and generous person. So I got to thank her for taking the time and just to, it was just a little piece of advice that went a long way.
Yeah. Wow. And obviously, like Tom, there are many, many other fans. Nashville's a huge hit show.
Thank you.
Are you surprised by the fame, or have you sort of got used to it now?
I don't think I'll ever get used to the attention that the show draws. It's funny, if you're in a show called Nashville and you live in the city of Nashville, there's a thing that happens, but I'm just grateful for it. I think you just never forget where you came from, and that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Clare, you've had your struggles. Obviously, you battled cancer as a child. Your brother went through cancer last year as well. What has that meant to you as a family?
A whole lot. My parents are two of the strongest people I've ever met, ever will know. They're wonderful, and it wasn't their first rodeo when Tim was diagnosed. My fiance and I, Brandon, we got engaged about 4 days before Tim was diagnosed. So we stopped all wedding planning, all that kind of stuff, and raced back to Australia to get Tim through his first round of chemo. And my parents were with us for the whole tour, because Tim was on treatment while he was on stage. He was, going through the throes of what happens to you when you have chemotherapy. It's awful. But he was so brave and such a trooper, and now this year we get to do it, and he is happy and healthy and in remission, so we're really,
Oh, that's great. That's awesome, Clare. And it must feel so nice because all the family's here with you. You're visiting, they're right behind us, in front of us in the studio, which is lovely to see everyone. You wrote a song for your brother. How was that for you?
Oh gosh, it's called Love Steps In. It was the first musical release that as me, so it was kind of a big journey to dig down through all those characters that I'd played and then find myself. But it was actually my fiance Brandon and our dear friend Mr. Justin Halpin, who is a wonderful Nashville songwriter and dear friend of our families. They came to me with this song, and they said, you don't have to sing it, don't have to do anything with it, but we know that you need to be able to feel, express what you're feeling about what Tim's going through. And they played it for me, and I said, guys, we gotta sing this. So we sang it all over the world, and it took on a life of its own. We donated all of the proceeds to St. Jude's Children's Hospital in Memphis, and now it's for everybody else who's going through a struggle like that. So it's nice to be able to give to people.
It's a real family affair. Timothy's opening the show, your fiance's writing the songs. Does that sort of support that you have around you all the time help you shine, do you think?
I think you're having people you love around you makes you glow the best you can. So yes, I'm very lucky.
I've got to ask you, obviously, contributing songs to an album, they're your own, you've got your creative control. What about a show like Nashville, where you may often write and perform songs for the show? They might have songs written for you. How does that process often work in the show Nashville?
There are cast members who have songs that they've written on the show, and there's so many people who have to sign off that you never know what's going to happen when you submit a song. I've had them on hold, and I know they've been interested, but I'm kind of glad that I get to release my own music just as me. And the experience for me working with one of my greatest, he's become a mentor and a friend, Buddy Miller, who was...
Could it then change the direction of the script, for example, and where a character may go?
I'm very lucky that I have a wonderful relationship with the writers of Nashville, and they're really collaborative and generous with, you know, they know that we do art and they do art, so we get to work together on things, and I really appreciate them for that.
Do they give it to you early enough so when it comes to perform it, you're just belting it out and it all feels great?
Yeah, most of the time. Occasionally, I remember being under the gun once and I recorded 3 songs in half an hour or something that I'd never heard before. It was back in season 1 when they were like, oh, we're actually doing 2 shows that are music and drama. Ooh, they're trying to get it all done. But they've figured it out and it runs very smoothly. And CMT is the best move that we ever could have made. They're just wonderful.
Cool. Well, you're back home, like we said, and you're on tour. Do you have a favourite place to play when you're back home?
My mum and dad's living room.
Is that where it all began?
Yes, it is, and I can't wait to get out to all of the extra cities that we've been able to add to the tour this time, and we're in all ages venues, so all the little ones can come. It's a lot of fun. It's a big party. Oh, that's awesome. That's so nice of you to open it up to all ages too, because there are so many fans of you, Claire, right around Australia, and we're really wrapped that you're home. I got through it. Thank you.
Nice one. Thank you, Claire. Claire's new single is called Little by Little. If you want to see her performing live, just head over to our website for all her Aussie tour dates.